Well, fall is early, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, the garden's doing good, and you can see how my radishes I should be able to harvest some radishes real soon. This is garlic chives that I've already cut back the flower heads because they're very prolific, and they will be everywhere, so you have to be careful with these guys. But they have a nice leaf that's sort of like chives, but garlicky. Here's Sister Thyme, Brother Chive down there. Brother Basil is doing great. We're going to harvest some more basil soon. Sister Sage is doing really good. We love Sister Sage. And here we have Parson Parsley back there. He's doing really good. He likes that spot. And I planted back in the corner, and right here I planted anise hyssop, which is a wonderful herb that makes a tea that's like licorice. It's lovely. You can see that the Sweet Autumn Clematis that I have been trimming all summer has now bloomed. It's absolutely breathtaking and beautiful, and I guess as much as I get pissed off because it's so much trouble to take care of, it's beautiful and it's worth it. Look at that magnificent mound of flowers. It's just breathtaking and lovely. Let's go down through the fairy tunnel. The fairy tunnel, how funny. Let's take a look here at Sister Rosemary. She's doing really good. She's a lovely plant. And we have some more roses at the end of the season that are doing really well. Let's take another look at the Sweet Autumn Clematis that is just a mountain of beautiful, fragrant white flowers. How lovely they are. Ah, there's Brother Basil again. Doing good. Well, the yard is going to sleep, but it's still really, really nice. So I am trimming things, starting to cut stuff back that's dying back. It's all part of the cycle of life, which is fine. Got some beet greens down there. I'm going to harvest those and make a salad with the other greens I've been growing. It'll be great. Let's take a look at the flower box up here. It looks really good. I took all the old stuff out and I moved in some new plants. They were really inexpensive because it was the end of the season, and they have just taken off, and they're going to give their last bit for the end of the season, their last bit of beauty. How wonderful. How wonderful they are. Yes. Very good. There's a little owl. My sister sent me that. Isn't that charming? A little owl mobile, which makes wonderful little sounds. Here's that snapdragon. It has bloomed since early spring. It was a comeback from last year. That lets you know how gentle and mild our winter was. Many plants that usually don't come back came back, like those gladiolas. I'm going to leave those in the ground, I think. See if they make it. There's some beautiful coleus down here that I just put in. All from cuttings that I kept from last year, but this year I'm not going to keep any cuttings because they were just so labor intensive inside dealing with the bugs, even though I sprayed them. There's some new additions to the garden. I never remember how to pronounce the name, but my friend Andre brought me these from Oklahoma when he visited. I love that little owl. He is so cute. Well, let's take a look. What else is going on? Let's get a little view here. This pot of flowers lived through the winter on our unheated porch. And look at it now. Beautiful. All those hyacinth beans are so pretty. Such a pretty plant. And we're going to end over here. Toward the end of the middle of the summer, I planted string beans along the fence here, the porch railing. And we have quite a crop right now, so I'm really anxious we're going to have fresh green beans today. Isn't that lovely? Fresh green beans, cool. Something different to do with your stairway. Beans. Huh. And we're gonna look at this here before we go. This is my organ pipe cactus that I trimmed, and every year after I trim it, it grows back, and I start new ones. It's been labor intensive. I've had it for probably 25 years. I've made it from a cutting that I got from a friend of mine while I was in college, no bigger than my pinky, and it has grown exponentially year after year until it was taller than me, but you just have to absolutely cut it back. It has bloomed several times, not this year, but maybe next year, we'll see. Remember, you may be the medicine that the world needs, so think about that. Think about what good you can do in your life today. Remember, may Creator give each of us another day of strength to do good and to share a little bit of heaven in this world. Mitakawe Oyasin.